Alright, yo, what's up? We're back, and I promised you guys this Jose Aldo versus Marlon Moraes breakdown after the weigh-in here, and in the background I do have the official weigh-in for Jose Aldo, and I must say, he looks better than I thought. He looks pretty shredded, he looks ripped, he looks like he has some pretty good energy, he's moving around, he looks jovial, he doesn't look like some of these other guys that look super dead on the scale. And I actually like what I've been hearing from Jose this week. He seems like he has a lot of energy in terms of wanting to continue his career now. Before he was talking a lot about retirement, and he's been talking about getting the belt again, fighting Henry Cejudo after this win. How he's going to be the bantamweight champion, mark his words. So he's very confident here. And I believe that he really believes that this could be a resurgence in his career. He also said this is the most explosive, the best he's felt since WEC. But he's fighting a guy that's pretty similar to him, that's a little bit younger. I mean, they're 2 years apart in Marlon Moraes. And the thing is, though, man, I mean, Marlon Moraes is Brazilian, and we saw Renato Moicano go in there. A lot of people thought Renato was just going to go in there and beat Jose easily, and it became kind of a staring contest. And I think when these guys go in there with a guy like Jose Aldo, his aura kind of, they're like, damn, I'm fighting Jose Aldo. They think about it. They're like, oh, man. I mean, I think guys like Alexander Volkanovski, Holloway, they were able to block that out of their head. But especially in 3-round fights, it's hard to finish Aldo, and he was beating Max 2 rounds to 0, arguably, in both fights. And, when you see Marlon Moraes, he's going to have to get over that loss that he just had to Henry Cejudo as well, where he was dominated. He was kind of embarrassed because he went off to that great start, got tired, and then got finished badly. So it was an embarrassing loss. It was a big build-up as well. And now he's facing a bigger, more explosive guy in Aldo. But thing is, Aldo may look good here. He may look good at the ceremonial weigh-ins as well. But who knows how he's going to take a shot, how he's going to look in the fight. But if you're breaking it down, I just feel like, speed-wise, I actually think Aldo is faster than Marlon Moraes. I mean, maybe some people would disagree with that, but I think he's faster. I think he's more explosive. I think he has a more arsenal of shots, and I think he hits harder and he's more precise with it, where I think Moraes is, he definitely has that head kick. I feel like nowadays he's more dangerous with one shot than Jose has been recently, but we haven't seen Marlon finish a lot of fights with the hands, or we see Jose finish to the body, finish to the head with punches. I feel like he's much better with his boxing, especially in tight. And I feel like with this fight with Volkanovski, Volkanovski had large periods of times where he was holding him against the cage, large periods of times where he was feinting a lot of takedowns, making Jose think. And I feel like with Marlon Moraes, Marlon, he's not going to have that element for Jose to think about. I think Jose is going to be very comfortable on the feet. And it's going to be a Muay Thai match here. And, man, I mean, besides with the Conor McGregor fight where it was very quick, I've never seen Jose lose one of those matches. I mean, Max, has a much different style than Marlon. He's big. He's much bigger than Jose. He puts a lot of volume out there. He's predominantly boxing. He's more throwing straight punches down the pipe. And Marlon, he's more of a, fast twitch guy, where he's not throwing as much volume. He's throwing these one-shot attacks, these big shot attacks. He will throw some nice body-head combinations. It's not like he doesn't throw combinations, but obviously he doesn't keep the same type of volume pace as a guy like Max does. And I actually feel like, Jose is going to be comfortable in there. He's going to be ready to go. And if this is the Jose that fights at featherweight, I really feel like Jose could get the win here, because I just think like he has more experience fighting better guys. He's been in the UFC much longer. This is a new thing for him where he's going to be re-energized to try to get the belt. Marlon, he's going to have to, kind of try to reinvent himself, hype himself up that he can come back, get the belt. He can go back and beat Henry after he just got finished. So that's, a big difference in mindset, in my opinion. Even though Jose just lost, it was kind of a ho-hum decision. It wasn't like he took a lot of damage in that fight. And I feel like now at 135, he feels like he's going to run through a lot of guys. He has a lot of confidence here. And Marlon really has to, I feel like start fast, try to knock him off his perch. And, Marlon, he obviously has the ability to land a head kick. He has very fast, straight punches. He hits hard. But I'm going to go with Jose Aldo here. I just feel like Aldo is the better striker. He has the more striking arsenal. I feel like he's going to be the bigger fighter with more one-shot power. I think that they're kind of like carbon copies of each other. You know, they fight very similar, but you know, I just feel like Jose is better. He's fought more high-level guys. He's just better overall everywhere. I feel like even on the ground, I feel like with the takedown defense, with everything, I feel like Jose is the better guy here. And I'm just going to go with that. I mean, both these guys gas, so I don't think like you could say like in other fights that Jose's going to get tired and Marlon's going to put it on him. And it's only a 3-round fight, so I feel like that favors Jose a little bit as well. I mean, as long as Jose doesn't get hit with a big shot, gets dropped, gets knocked out, or, you know, maybe Marlon's faster than him, maybe he doesn't really fight as well at 135. This is all kind of, you know, new territory for us and for Jose, for everyone, you know, and it's hard to really make a pick for it. But obviously, you know, everyone knows Jose is one of my favorite fighters of all time, so it's kind of a biased pick here, maybe, you know, but I do feel like Jose is better, and, you know, I've picked him in a lot of these recent fights, and he's came through, you know, against Jeremy Stevens, against Renato Moicano. A lot of guys were picking against him. A lot of guys were talking really bad about Jose, like he was completely done, nothing left, but he's proven that he can come in here and get wins, and I feel like if he can come in here and look explosive, if he really has that confidence, like WEC Aldo, that would be really cool. I mean, he could also be delusional on the other end, people could say, and maybe that'll be proven too. But my pick's going to be Jose Aldo to win a decision here. I think he's going to be able to control the distance and control the pace with this power. I think when he hits Marlon, it's going to be something different. I don't think Marlon's felt that kind of power before, and you know, especially with the fact that he's still explosive, he's still fast. It's not like he's a power guy that's going to be slow and plodding. And yeah, so I think that Aldo's going to be able to win at least 2 of these 3 rounds by winning the boxing exchanges mainly, and just being a little bit better, a little bit more precise, and just knowing when to attack more, knowing when to back off, and just ring generalship. And I feel like Aldo is the better guy overall. I just feel like he's the better fighter here. So I'm going to go with Jose Aldo to get the victory via decision. And thanks for listening, guys. If you haven't listened to the full card breakdown, that's also available on the channel, so make sure to check that out. And really pumped for these fights, man. I mean, the ceremonial weigh-ins are later on today. Fights are tomorrow. It should be sick. And you know, everything's happened. Everyone's weighed in. I believe everyone made weight except for Jessica I. She weighed 131, which that actually makes me more confident in my Arrojo pick. And very, very undisciplined and pretty unprofessional for I to weigh in 6 pounds over the limit, and especially after losing her title fight. That's not a good sign in my opinion. I mean, she may have been a little bit uninterested in this camp. Who knows? Maybe she's coming in here with another injury. She had a bunch of excuses as to why she lost the Valentina fight this weekend in terms of having these injuries and back injuries, and she was barely 50%, and now we're going to see the real I, but then she misses weight, so who knows what happens with that one. But yeah, so the pick's going to be Aldo on this video, and thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this fight. Make sure to check out the full card breakdown, and comment, like, subscribe. I got over 200 likes on that video, so that's pretty sick, you know. Thanks for that. We're going to try to do that again, you know, every week now, since you guys showed me you could do it. But yeah, so thanks, and I'm trying to wrap this video up. So yeah, let's have fun watching these fights tomorrow.